Welcome back to the channel, guys. My name is Ryan. This is Fine Detailing. Thank you so much for joining. If this is your first time, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Really appreciate it. Today is a different video. We're not doing some product reviews. I'm going to introduce you to my new business in Scottsdale, Arizona. For those that have been following me for the last year, I really appreciate your support, but you've seen that I've operated a home business, a home-based detailing business. Things have changed. I have moved into a professional shop setting. Again, I'm in Scottsdale, Arizona. We have a 1,600 square foot bay here, and then the little surprise later in the video I'll show you is I also opened a retail supply store, which I'm super excited to talk about. So in today's video, I'm gonna take you through my bay, show you a little bit in here, the detailing space, to show you kind of what I've got going on. And then the part I'm honestly more excited about is the retail storefront. So stick around and see what this video is all about. A few things. So you'll see some plumbing here. A really cool thing for you mobile detailers in Phoenix or Scottsdale area. I am going to sell spot-free water out of the back here. I'm about a month and a half out. So I'll make those announcements. If you don't follow me on Instagram, follow me, Fine Detailing AZ. You'll see those announcements, and price, I'll charge pretty much what everyone else charges in the Valley, and there'll be a tap to pay system out back, self-service 24/7. So I'm really excited about that. I bought my first pallet jack. I'm very excited about that. So that was cool. So I have my wash set up here, but there will be some really large storage tanks here, and we'll have DI water. We'll have an RO system to DI. So I've heard some other things. If you buy water at certain places, it might not be 0 parts per million. I will be selling you 0 TDS water because I'm gonna finish in DI and store it in some big tanks. So stay tuned for that. But yeah, here's my wash station. I've got my buckets over here. This is my IK Foam Pro 12 ALK, and I have the battery on here. So this is just my wheel cleaner. So I keep this mixed up and I'm able to do wheels quickly. I've got my buckets there that you've known. We've got the Mosmatic wand mount here with the wand holder. And then we'll come here. This is our big commercial door. I think it's 12 by 10. So again, first commercial space, just put in a garage door opener. So this is an automated door, which is really nice. And then if you come over here, here's my pressure washer setup. So very similar to like what I had in my home setup. For those that watched my AR versus Krenzla video, I kept both. So I'm sorry, I know I said I would sell one of them. My Krenzla's at my house. This is the AR 630, which I love. I thought it was more appropriate for a shop setting. I have my OG Cox reel and OG hose. I've been playing around. This is the little Amazon gun, but I'm going to switch to the SGS 28 from MTM. I really like that gun, so that's great. And then I have kind of a fun little setup up here to kind of switch between DI and regular water. So basically what I do is wash the car with regular water, and then I turn on my DI for my final rinse, just like what I do at home. And then this is a big boy commercial unit from a local supplier. This is 3.6 cubic feet of DI resin, and so based on my water in this area, we had it professionally tested. I should get 700 gallons out of it, which probably to some of you sounds terrible for how big this unit is, but I rent this monthly, and again, I use it for the final rinse. So this will be really huge for me. I had some, if you want to come in here and take a look, I had some kind of custom plumbing done, so where I could kind of design what I wanted. So I wanted 2 spigots here. So I have a top spigot that will feed my pressure washer, and it'll go into my tank. And then I added a bucket filler a little bit lower. So you see I have kind of that OG long flexible hose and the nozzle here. So I can fill up my buckets here. And then if I want to, I can tap off my DI tank, and I can fill up a little bit of DI water should I want it in my buckets, or fill up my like water bottles with that. So there's that option. So it was kind of cool kind of getting to kind of custom design your own wash setup again. So there's not really much I would have done different. So coming over here, this is the entrance to the retail shop, which we'll go into in a minute. This station is kind of my wash setup. Again, similar to what I looked at home. I did some cool stainless shelving. You see I have the same press-all bottles that I've had before. We have our custom logos on them. These are pretty much everything I use. I'm gonna probably add a couple more bottles. This next shelf is for my foam cannons. Again, you see the griots because I love that. The griots are awesome. Been testing out the new MJJC. Then we have our rip and rag holders here. We have the XL and then the small ones. So shout out to Gully's Garage. He makes these. I'll link to these below. They're awesome. Moving over, we have the Viper cart here, which you've all seen before. This is my tried and true. I've got plenty of space for it. It's awesome. I use this on every detail. I've got kind of all my brushes there. I store all my goodies there, so that's great. And then you'll see I think it's like a 240 volt plug here. This is where I'm gonna install the compressor, so I just haven't ordered that yet. It's the California Air Tools. I think it's an 80 gallon. It's designed for dentistry, so it's gonna be only like 75 dBs. So I'm really excited for that to come in. So that'll live there, the cart will live here, and then as we continue on, I brought my OG vacuum from home. Look, if you guys are professionals or home hobbyists, this works well in a professional setting. This has more power than anything that I've used, and yeah, it's not cheap, but it is legit. Also have the Co-Spec hose here, hose guard, so we can make sure we're not damaging anything. We'll sell those in the store too. Got a little power there, and then this is my array. I went with Pro Slat cabinets again. I just think they're really, really good quality. Like, did I want a $30,000 Rousseau set? Sure, but I really, really like the Pro Slats. They're really just, if you get a chance to feel and touch them, you'll understand what I mean. They're just super, super beefy. So we're not gonna go through every cabinet. I'll just show you a few things just to give you insight. Forgive me, this is not as organized as I would like. I've got a lot of things going on. But my typical cabinet, a lot of stuff that I use in my business. Most of you know, like I primarily use Armor in my actual day-to-day when I'm like just detailing, not off camera. But then obviously I have all the other products that I'm constantly testing and working into my regimen. So those are these products. You've seen them, you know them, you love them. So I have these cabinets here. Up here is where I kind of have all my polish and my machine polishers. You see, I don't have too many. There's other ones that are up there that I do play with and want to vet and see how I like them. So there's those, some more storage down here. And then I decided to do pads in a drawer. So I thought that would be interesting. So I have my 5-inch pads. So all I use, because I think they're the best, are the Buff and Shine Edge Guard pads. They sell them in 5-inch and 3-inch and 6-inch. Simply put, I think they're the best pads on the market. We'll do a future video on these, but I think they're great. So here's my 5-inch pads, and then I have my 3-inch pads and some sanding discs in here. Still keep everything, pretty well organized. Top drawer, I'm still organizing, but like these are kind of like my giveaways for my customers. I've got some quick detail spray. I've got, the Armor, what are these called? The air fresheners. So yeah, I have those there. And then this is like tools and more storage. And then these are just like my coatings. So again, like testing different coatings or old coatings I've done there. But you'll see this is like kind of my coating cabinet. So nothing super special. Got some fun bags for some customer giveaways. So that'll be cool. So that's that. And then the last one here is my towels. I've always wanted my own dedicated closet for towels. And I know that sounds insane, but I have it. So I have these, I have my power station up top. So I have all my charging going on, and then I just have all my towels. I have my drying towels there, some interior, some mixed bags. In the back are 48 wash pads because I'm gonna make a video on them. I've been testing those, but yeah. So this is my cabinet here. I've still got room to grow, but really excited about that. And then, just storage here. Got some lights here, some my microfiber holder, trash can, and then this is like a partition I have here just because I have a hot water heater behind here. It just doesn't look really pretty. And I've just got a sink in the corner and a towel rack. Last thing I'll take you guys through is actually my packing station. So we're gonna get into the retail store in a minute, but I wanna take you through over here, show you what this looks like. This is kind of my packing station, and I know I'm jumping the gun, but I have off camera, which I don't think I'll put in the video, but I have all my back stock, and then I've kind of made this my packing station. It's pretty straightforward, pretty small operation. I'm a one-man show. But as you'll see in a minute, we have the retail store, and this is what I've designed. I'll make improvements if it sucks, but for now, as orders come in, this is what I do. I have my scale here, and so what I do is I charge real-time shipping fees. I don't charge flat rate. So everything in the store has already been weighed. So when you order and add it to the cart and it's calculated shipping, that's a real-time fee that it's calculating for you. So I'm not profiting off of it. It's exactly what it costs to ship. So like we have an order here pending going out. Like got some decon soap, some iron, some armor coating, some Built Hamber auto wash, flat out pads, and some Glaco compound. So, you know, I'll box it, wrap it with paper. I have some, you know, we'll try this out. I bought the gripper tape. So I've seen, like, I think some other bigger distributors use this. So I'm going to tape all the lids to make sure we don't have any spillage. I'm going to use an excessive amount of packing paper. I know how important shipping is and items coming to you well packaged is, so I'm gonna try and make that my priority. I am new, I'm getting into this for the first time, so if you do have feedback or if something's damaged, obviously let me know. But I just wanted to show you this. This is my cool little packing station and a pending order that's gonna go out. We'll talk about orders and shipping here in just a minute, but let's take you through the retail store. All right, guys, so we just left the shop. Now we're coming into my favorite part, is the retail store. Look, I'm really proud of this. This is an idea I've had in my head for several years, actually. So I'm just going to give you a quick tour. I'm going to give you the overview, kind of what we're all about here, and then that'll be it for you. So we'll start on this wall. So I have the slat wall. I went with like the slat gray, you know, the Pro Carbon or whatever it's called. So I have that. This is kind of my towel and accessory area. So you'll see, you know, I've got some, just a mix of stuff. But again, everything that I carry in here, I have vetted, I have used in my business, and I feel confident in selling in my store because I know it works, right? So we have obviously the Rad Company towels. So shout out to the Rad Company. We've got a lot of different tools here. I do have, in fairness, I do have some auto fiber towels because I do think auto fiber makes some cool products as well. Specifically, this really small dry toweling. It's like a 16 by 16, 1200 GSM. Really cool towel. I've got some other mixed stuff here. Tire Saver. We've got some Glaco. Again, we got our Buff and Shine pads here. I'm biased, I guess, but all I use in Buff and Shine pads in my business, so that's what I sell, right? Again, everything here is curated, so I want to make sure that you have the right tools for your business or for your hobby. We've got some brushes hanging up here from General Car Care. Again, more auto fiber stuff. I have Detail Factory coming. We're just waiting on them arriving. So we'll have some Detail Factory brushes as well, and then some regular, you know, everyday cleaning brushes. So a cool feature, or a feature that I thought was cool, is you see this, you see the demo area. Any store that I've ever been in, you can't really touch and feel and play. That's something that we're doing a little bit differently here at my shop. I have my test hood on the wall. I have a different variety of chemicals. I have some ceramic coatings in the back. So if a customer wants to come in, we've had someone, right? Someone's like, hey, I love Bead Maker, but you know, do you have anything different? I'm ready for a change. Well, yeah, we have, you know, Armor Detail Supply Amplified. You want to try it? And then, yeah, he put it on the hood, used it. He's like, I love it. And then he bought it. So I just thought it'd be cool to do that. The other thing that, you know, I've spent a lot of money on is polishers, right? You never get to try them. So the polishers that I sell, you can come into the store and physically pick it up, put a pad on, put some polish on, and put it on a test panel and at least get a minute of a feel to see if you like it. That's something unique that we're going to do. So I'll be carrying Liquid Elements polishers and Shine Mate polishers, which are kind of right here exclusively. You know, I've tested some of the other brands and these are the two that I feel really comfortable selling. So we'll have the Shine Mate. I have the 6-inch cordless. I have the 5-inch coming. This is the Shine Mate EB212. So this is the 3-inch polisher. What is this? It's the electric, right? Yeah, that with the automated trigger. So I have those. They're just really good machines. And then again, the Liquid Elements will be in shortly. So I thought that was a really cool feature. So I'll keep taking you around here. We have all of our pad selections, and you know, I might move and tweak things. This is just where I thought stuff kind of looked good. But again, you know, things will change. So coming down the line, those are our pads. We have our foam cannons here, and then I have a few pressure washers. I'm really going to keep these on hand for people that want them. I've got an active and a couple AR630s, the new ones. But yeah, we'll go from there. So if we keep coming down, you'll actually see over here, something I'll get added to the website. I actually became a Swiss Trax dealer. So if you are in the market for Swiss Trax, I'd be more than happy to help you. we'll get the portal up on the website, but I don't have that right now, so we can use the joint tool online. If you want to call me or email me, we can set up some time, set up a Google Meet or a Zoom call, and we can design that. It's really, really easy. So if you want to support me, I am a Swiss Tracks dealer. We can get the colors you want. We can get anything you want. I can answer any questions, but I'd be happy to get those for you, and definitely can work with you on a price a little bit. So feel free to reach out to me. So we'll keep going down the line. Here is kind of our bottle selection, if you will. So I only brought in IK, and then I have Pressols. I partnered with Obsessed Garage, and even I put water in this one, right? So customers can come in and sample it, right? How often do you get to test a spray bottle in the store? So just little things I thought about. I wanted to give people an option you can't do in a lot of other stores. So just wanted to give you that option. So we'll come down here. This is kind of like, I designed all this. This is kind of what I wanted as like a customer waiting area, or if I have trainings, or if I have, vendors in town or whatever. This is just kind of a cool seating area designed. I just think it looks real clean. We've got some swivel chairs here. We've got our cool Larry Chen photo book right there. And then here is I have this cool designed wall. So down here we have, I ordered some cool vintage car wash stuff off eBay, and then kind of just put it in this lit up cabinet. I just thought it looked cool. It's just an homage to everything. And I've got the Pro Detailer magazines here, and then made a feature wall and put up a 65-inch TV. Well, that's trippy. I see me talking, giving a tour of my garage and giving you a tour of my shop. That was actually very weird. So that is the seating area. So again, you'll see it's kind of a premium vibe. I just wanted it to look nice. All my prices are the same as you find online. I just wanted to make a store a little bit nicer. You'll notice when you come in, there's going to be music playing. There's a nice scent that you'll pick up on. But I'll stop rambling. We'll get into the chemicals now and take you through my favorite part here. So I'll just quickly take you through the line. I'm not going to call out every chemical, but the brands that I carry now are pretty much the brands I'm going to stick with. And then I may bring on a few brands here and there as we grow. So first and foremost, again, everything that I carry because I have used and I vet and I believe in. So first and foremost, we're going to carry Labo Cosmetica. I'm not going to carry every SKU. That's the benefit. I've curated everything in here. So I'm carrying the SKUs that I like. Some of you will like things that I don't like, and I understand that, but I'm just not going to carry the full lines. So I have Labo Cosmetica. We have an awesome brand that's actually local to Arizona. This is Bioworx. They're a USDA certified, bio certified company. Give it a shot. Just try it. I love their detail spray. I love their shampoo. Maybe some things coming around the corner to pay attention to, but really, really cool brand. The soap is awesome. Really, really slick. And then, some heavy hitters here. We have Built Hamber, which is absolutely incredible. I have a mix of products that I like that I wanted to bring in. Not everywhere sells them, so I brought those in. I did bring in some Obsessed Garage stuff specifically. I love his detail spray, his quick detailer. So we have the drying aid, I should say, in 32 ounce in gallons. I also brought in their scent bags because I bought these on their giveaway, and I don't know how many months ago was that, 4 months ago, and it still smells good in my car. So right now I have the leather and pine scent. So those are awesome. So you'll see the Built Hamber there. You can get these in various different sizes. Of course, we have touchless, we have traceless, we have the heavy hitters, and then I have some other awesome products that I think are pretty good. Their wheel cleaner is actually really good. Their auto wash is a bit of a sleeper. It's 1 to 2,000 dilution, so you might want to check that out. It's a pretty cool product. Another one close to my heart, Armor Detail Supply here. Again, I use these guys in my business. They're a brand that I've vetted. They're tried and true. We carry all of their coatings. I don't have their wheel coating yet, so I need to get that in. A couple other SKUs are missing, but overall, I carry their entire line, so it's really good. Quickly jumping back into the bottles. So this is the full IK section. So I have some larger stuff here. I have the IK Foam Pro 12. I partnered with MTM here, so it's really cool. So I designed, they allowed me to design some custom reels. So what I have are the pre-built premium kits. So I have the black reel, and then I designed it with smooth gray hose and smooth blue hose. So you can't find those on their website. So they allowed me to kind of design those. So what I wanted is just a plug and play option for someone. They could literally buy this, they could buy a pressure washer, they just have to go buy a shelf and boom, they have a whole wall mount set up. So thought that was really cool. So we can keep going down the line. You'll see here, this is just like the checkout counter. I thought it kind of looked real clean. We've got our checkout, got my cool little sign up here. You know, we're calling it Fine Detailing Supplies. On Google, it'll just be called Fine Detailing because that's the business name, but you'll see the Fine Detailing Supplies. Down the center here is just more supplies, my MTM stuff. We have our guns and our wands. We have some more foam cannons. Down below, I have grit guards and cannons and grit guards and buckets and things like that. And then some other smaller accessories, like you'll see, I did the Mad Car Care. Like I'm stocking the like the tip holders here because I believe in the product, right? I've vetted it, I've tested it. It's been on my gun for a year and it's great. Now you don't lose your tips. So I think it's a pretty cool feature. So yeah, I have those. And then everyone's favorite here, we have Koshemi. Again, I believe in the brand. I think it works really, really well. And again, I don't have every SKU. So you might see some, you might be like, hey, what about this? If I don't have it, I don't have it. Now, some stuff was out of stock, so stay tuned. I will be stocking when it comes back. But, you know, I've got the heavy hitters here. So you'll see on my website what's in stock, what we carry. But really proud of this. Koshemi, it also just looks pretty darn good on the shelf. You might see some surprising items from them that maybe others don't offer, but you know, we'll see. It's a little Easter egg for you. And then lastly, we have PNS. Last but definitely not least, PNS is just a tried and true brand. It works extremely well. It does serve a price point as well. But again, I picked out everything like their carpet system, their ceramic coatings, their paint correction system, their shampoos and the rinseless wash, like, you know, like the big hitters, right? We know what works. So that's why I brought them in the store. We're going to be doing here. So we have, you know, detailing services, we have a retail store, we have our online store. The other thing we're going to be doing if you're local, we're going to offer trainings. We're going to offer trainings throughout the year. I'm going to partner with our distributors to come in and hopefully offer trainings, right? We'll try and reach out to PNS to have them come out. We'll have Buff and Shine come out. We'll have Armor Detail Supply come out. You know, maybe if I can convince Matt, maybe he'll come out and we could do like a built hammer or something or another. So yeah, we'll do anything from paint correction. We'll do ceramic coating trainings. And these are going to be open to professionals and hobbyists. This is my store, this is my shop, so this is going to be a safe space. So I don't care if you have zero experience and the guy next to you has 15 years of experience. Everyone's going to be treated with respect when you come in here, and everyone's going to have a great time, and it's going to be a great learning environment. I want to be hands-on. Trainings are probably going to be like an all-day affair. Lunch will be provided, and we'll figure out what that looks like. So make sure you follow us on Instagram for those updates. You know, we'll do smaller class sizes, maybe 5 to 10, and then here and there we'll do open houses. So if you're interested in trainings or there's anything you want to learn in particular, reach out to me, let me know. But I'm going to partner with brands, and then some things maybe I'll just do myself. It'd be really cool to do like a detailing 101 training, right? You're intimidated, you don't know how to detail your car. Cool, come in, I'll show you how to detail your car real simply. So yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know about the training. So hopefully that'll be interesting for you. Just wanted to, you know, address a couple things with you. First and foremost, you know, I am going to have an online store. First and foremost, I'm a retail business, but I did want to offer, you know, online sales for those that want to support me. Or I also think that I offer a unique value prop, right? One, I'm West-ish Coast, right? We don't have too many West-ish Coast distributors, so I can get things out pretty quickly, especially if you're on the West Coast or Central. So that's something to consider. I am a one-man operation, but I'm making kind of a value prop today that I can get orders out within 24 hours. So I think that's pretty legit as they come in theory, as long as it's a working day or a business day for the post office or UPS or whoever, I can come in and get that order shipped and ship it out same day. So I think that's an awesome value prop for me there. The other thing is, you know, right now I'm, like I said, a one-man show. I'm not going to offer free shipping just because of the margin situation. To note, there's some other big players in this industry who actually don't offer free shipping. So I'd love to get there eventually. So I hope you can understand. And if you buy from me, you know, it just supports me tremendously, and you support me and my family actually. So I would appreciate it. The other thing to note on shipping is I'm charging real-time shipping. So what does that mean? It means that I have weighed every single item in this store. And so when you check out and you add things to the cart, the system's adding everything automatically. And then that, however much it weighs is how much you're paying. I'm not charging flat rate shipping. So if you wanted to order one spray gun, it's not going to cost you 20 bucks. Well, depending on where you live, right? So in theory, it should be a little bit cheaper for you. The last thing I'm offering on that site is different shipping methods. So if you want to pay for 3-day shipping, you can certainly pay for it and get faster shipping, and we'll get that out for you. So just a few things to note. I guess the last thing, guys, first of all, thank you all so much for the support. In just over a year's time, I think we've grown this channel to about 8,000 subscribers organically. I can't tell you enough how much that support means to me. The biggest thing that I've built my brand on and my channel on is trust. And so that's the one thing I want to leave you with today, is that I understand that now I am selling products, right? Before it was very clear I was an affiliate to places, and I link my description below and it goes to those places for you to buy, but hopefully I still delivered you an objective review. I just want to call it out. I understand I'm going to review things that I sell. I'm also going to review things that I don't sell and still give you my honest opinion. The point is, the products that I review that are in this store that I sell, I believe in and that I trust them. And so that I feel comfortable showing you how to use the products. And so maybe they're a little bit more educational versus reviews because I've already done them, but I'm still going to take you through that full process and kind of teach you how those things work. So I just wanted to disclose that up front. I'm going to check that paid promotion box on every video I review that has something in the store, because I'm going to link it to my store. But I want you to understand that I am making these videos to continue what I started on YouTube, doing educational content, making reviews, helping you make informed buying decisions. I think that's important. Hey, what's the difference between X, Y, and Z? Well, here's what the difference is, right? Again, this is me, self-funded, living my dream. So I just want to thank you all so much for the support. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out, email me, call me. I'll put the website link in the description down below. With that, guys, thank you so much for your support, and we'll catch you in the next video. Bye all.